All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of work on the S14. The engine, it runs good, but we got some electrical things that we need to tend to and some interior stuff. So what I'm gonna do first is start pulling out the interior. Start with the seats. I even have another dashboard that's in a little bit better condition than this one, so I'll also probably wind up pulling that out. Another reason why I want to pull the dash out is so I can access some of this wiring better, because there's a lot of stuff that they did underneath the dash wiring wise. The carpet, I want to pull that out anyways, clean up underneath the carpet, dye the carpet, or just replace it. All right, so let me just share something with you. Man, I don't know what the they were thinking when they did this, but they weren't thinking. So this whole center console is like locked in here because all the wires are just like drilled through holes. Like, look, there's no bolts in this, just locked in there because all the wiring. This could have been executed so much better. It's kind of driving me crazy, so I'm probably gonna redo it. And then, like, this is the main power battery wire, and it splits down to like a 4 and a 6 or 8, so that's not good. So I'm probably gonna have to address this, and I might wind up redoing a lot, unfortunately. So we got fuse boxes in here. What I think they did is they left all the original wiring in the car. Like, some of these are factory relays, like that's a factory ECCS relay. And like the factory fuse box is over in that corner, but the fuse box from the engine bay is gone. So what I think they did is cut all the wires and did a spliceroo over here. Maybe, yeah. So this has gotta come off. We gotta see what's going on. I had to turn the light on for this. It's kind of scary. Look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dun, dun, dun. I can fix it. It's not a big deal. This cluster swap though, look at that. That's in a factory bezel. It looks sick, right? Alright, so I pulled the dash off and I started digging around in here. And I started to figure out what's going on. We still have a lot of the factory lumen here. But what we also have is this right here. They like halfway integrated the GTO chassis harness into here so that it goes into the turn signals and everything. Good idea, but poorly executed. I'm gonna have to redo like all this, and then it's tapped into the engine harness. So there needs to be like a plug here. And then the same thing over here. There's more wires coming out of the engine harness and going into this harness that goes to the switches. And then it's just tapped in everywhere, like hardwired. And I started figuring out this. So there's relays on the back of this board, and these are just all the fuses for it. So that would be very easy to simplify. Just delete all this shit and use a different style. And then I started looking more, and oh my goodness, look what we have back here. So we have another board here that's like these are feeds to this. That's those wires right there. Yeah, so I guess let's dig in some more. Yeah, and then like another one, that one feeds that one. I don't get it. You don't need all these and this just to feed these. And realistically, look at all the missing spaces. Could have gone with one fuse box. Oh shit, I totally forgot. I didn't even mention it. Look, dude, I just built a whole fuse box. I posted a little bit on the Instagram, but I just kind of got in the zone and started going, you know? So this is what's gonna replace everything underneath the dash. That's nice, right? Nice and neat. These are the plugs that I made. It'll plug right into, we got some chassis harness plugs and some engine harness plugs. That's all done. So now what I'll do is go through here and start labeling stuff so I can start pulling it out. this whole thing just kind of going. See, look, these are all my fuses, fuse 1 through 8. These are all my grounds. Some of these are going to be ECU switch grounds, so that's why I didn't like ground them. These are all my relay outputs, and then these are all my switched inputs, and then these are our 2 power wires. All right, slight update. I'm in the middle of it. Right now I'm cutting out all these little solder crimp thingies, redoing all the gauge cluster wiring, tidying up all the ignition wiring, as well as all my switch wiring. This is what's left of the engine harness that comes into the cluster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a plug on this so it separates it from the chassis harness, and just continue to clean this up. I'll report back. Fuse box is gone. So last night I managed to label everything, pull out, this is basically all just the whole engine harness deloomed interior wise. I pulled out the fuse box, labeled everything, and removed everything that we are not going to be using. So the plan for tonight is going to be to basically loom up this engine harness and get it where it's going to lay, put some plugs on it so that my little fuse box will just plug right in. I replaced the dash. This one had a whole ton of cracks. Got another one in there. I'm basically finished up with wiring too. Just got to do a little bit of cable management with the power cables and stuff. Oh look, check it out. Got the fuse box up in there. Airbag cover goes right on top. Came out pretty good. This is one thing S14s are really bad for, is leaking here at these seals. You can see all those screw heads are all rusted off. These up here are pretty good. We got one rusted right there. I'm gonna take this grinder, try to put like a flathead screwdriver mark in it and spin it out. Just like that. All right, so this is like a super DIY way of doing it. We got some rope here. It's kind of hard doing it with the rope, but it's also better because you're not cutting through anything because this isn't coarse. So you won't cut through the seal. You won't cut through the little pin clips in the back of here. It just takes a little bit more strength and a little bit longer to set it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pry it up, basically push this in all the way around, and then we'll be able to just pull our string and it'll cut through. So like I said, we got the 3 pins, so we just got to watch out for those. We'll cut a little bit of glue, we'll feel the pin, pop the wire or the rope onto the other side of the pin, and vice versa, keep going. From here to this corner, once you get to this corner, pull up, it'll pop that clip out, get the rope on the other side of the clip, and then this first pull is going to be really hard. I already got it broke loose, but after it's broke loose, you just keep pulling and it'll break the seal all the way up. 2 for 2. Saved all the clips. Just got to pop that last one out in the bottom corner before I pull the whole window off. All right, welcome back. Let's do a little end of day update. I got a lot done today that I obviously didn't film. I know I'm gonna try to film a lot more when I'm putting the car back together. I'll do like a time lapse of it, but check me out. Look, I got the entire interior stripped out. This is just so I can move the car around. Everything's out. Front and rear glass is gonna come out probably tomorrow. I got the whole back, I think you've already seen that, the whole back of the car, the whole trunk. I even cleaned the trunk out. Got the hose in here. You can still see a little water. That cleaned up pretty nice. I definitely, without a doubt, I'm gonna do these jams. But yeah, full glass out paint job. I feel like it's just gonna make it easier, but at the same time, it's just adding more work for me because I'm gonna wind up doing the jams. So there's a bunch of primer in the jams, so I'll probably wind up spraying the jams too. That means the inside of the doors are gonna get sprayed. The fenders I'm gonna spray off the car. Bumpers are gonna get sprayed off the car. I haven't worked on it in like a week because I was at Final Bout last weekend with this car. So I had a couple days to prep it, and then we were gone for what, 4 or 5 days to Wisconsin. But check me out, look what we got. I got some Aero for the S14. We finally sold the Cosmos wheels. That just happened today. So I put the Origins on here. I got one more pair that have Origins all the way around the car. And then what we got over here, we got the rest of the body kit. Front bumper, this is PS Deuce Aero. What I'm doing right now, we got a little bit of damage on it, but no big deal. I'm gonna take this outside, I'm gonna rough up this corner. We'll bevel out this edge, make this like a valley. And then I'll put some glass on the back side and we'll fill the front. Got a little crack in the corner there, crack in this corner here, and then right here there's a crack that I'll have to fill also. Other than that, the bumper's in pretty good shape. The rest of the kit's in really good shape. Just gotta scuff it. It's so nice having authentic Aero. Like, this thing is literally just snapped on right now. Like, nothing's holding it on at all. I'm going to fill the holes here that we're holding it on both side skirts. I've had to like skim coat the entire bumper nearly. Up here, this whole section needs to be skimmed. This is fresh, haven't sanded that. The front right there is fresh, haven't sanded that. This is all sanded down flat though. Another spot there. And then like this whole side.